Since the FARC put down their weapons, their assurances are gone in the Toribio area. To protect themselves against guerrillas and paramilitary groups that are still around, the NASA people created a security communication system of their own. The small roads and surrounding mountains make the area hard to enter and difficult to remain unnoticed. The peace accord has helped make people realize what life is really about. Being able to play football, relax, knowing you will not be shot or bombed. The future looks bright for the community, and the willingness to work within a normal economy is evident. The booming market of the medicinal cannabis is their chance.
El cannabis es un nombre científico, ¿no? Y nosotros siempre lo entendíamos es por marihuana, pero en sí es una planta caliente para nosotros, una planta medicinal que siempre ha estado aquí de nuestros padres, de nuestros ancestros y que lo han utilizado. Ellos en su sabiduría lo aplicaban para dolores de hueso y entonces es medicinal.
Foreign companies acknowledging the massive opportunities in the Colombian gold are moving into the territory. The NASA people have no idea of what the hell is going on.
En este país recién está, digamos, consolidándose todo un marco jurídico que pone las reglas del juego desde el derecho ordinario para la incursión y la relación con mercados internacionales de cannabis, de diferentes tipos de cannabinoides, ¿sí? Y eso requiere pues una especialización técnica y agrícola.
White men appear, offering millions of dollars to invest in their community, but not telling them the whole truth.
They are promising a lot, and they have lots of money, and they want them to sign papers. For example, there was this contract that they were trying to make Don Carlos sign, and it was in English, and he doesn't speak English. So I translated the document to him, and well, we find some inaccuracies.
As from the 1st of October, the Canadian company Chiron is granted a license to produce cannabis. These are former bankers working in the uranium and coal business. And a former DEA officer, being the security advisor, was quoted as saying, "The company will work within a robust federal regulatory framework." Or Cannabis, a company now licensed to export extracts and oils. Its Canadian mother company also deals in coal, palm oil, and other businesses proven not to be beneficial to mankind. And they are there solely to make money for their shareholders.
Well, that's the idea. Our goal is to develop it and, more importantly, generate a profit for our shareholders.
Wow.
We really want to bring our products to the U.S. Generate a profit for our shareholders. Believe it or not, medical marijuana seems to be that crop. Their sacred plant of cannabis. We're helping them go from illegal to legal. Generate a profit for our shareholders.
It sounds like a lot of great things are coming from Colombia that we all hopefully get to benefit from.
And more importantly, generate a profit for our shareholders.
So, how can the indigenous community protect themselves against these developments, not forced into contracts and fairy tales?
We cannot avoid that the multinationals come to Colombia to produce cannabis because there is a hyper legalization of cannabis in Colombia. The laws are allowing it. You can grow as much THC and as much CBD as you can sell. So who is going to stop them?
A meeting is organized with experts, among them the program director of the Transnational Institute, Martin Jelsma.
I think it's going to be a very, very difficult process. And I think expectations have been quite high here in the area. They thought it would be easier, that they can just produce the same plant and selling it legally for the medicinal market. That's not going to work. No, they really have to change their modus operandi in terms of cultivation, but also shift to other strains, because this one is not the best for medicinal purposes.
Pues lo que quiero decirles es que hay que estar acompañando este proceso, que es muy importante, que falta muchísima educación también y que tenemos que ir de la mano de otros profesionales que tienen mucho que aportar a esto, porque no es solamente la producción, sino la relación con una nueva forma de medicina y que seguramente revolucionará el sistema de salud, yo creo que en un mediano plazo, siendo pues optimistas como siempre.
Cal Cannabis is the biggest cooperative comprised of regional farmers in the Cauca territory.
La intención nuestra en este proyecto económico, social, político es contribuir a mejorar las condiciones de vida de los productores de marihuana en este momento. Es una cooperativa legalmente constituida, cumple los requerimientos que exige el gobierno colombiano. Avanzamos en esta dinámica de cooperativa porque miramos que es una dinámica que permite circulación de recursos del Estado, del sector privado y lógicamente recursos propios. Entonces, por esa decisión conformamos la cooperativa.
But other cooperatives are emerging because there are farmers who want something else. They want to be involved, take part in the growing process, but also in the production and distribution from seeds to extracts and oils.
Bueno, es complejo este tema porque pues en sí hay una desigualdad desde el Estado, porque pues son caras las licencias, ¿no? Entonces, no sé, haremos alguna estrategia de cómo nosotros conseguir esos recursos para hacernos la licencia.
Is it possible to create the world's first ever fair trade for cannabis and associated products?
I would like them to have a share of the pie of the medicinal cannabis business.
El posconflicto no es simplemente la desmovilización de las guerrillas, no es simplemente las garantías que ellas puedan tener para el ejercicio político. El posconflicto es fundamentalmente la solución de un problema social de base, un problema social de fondo, que históricamente, digamos, Colombia, el Estado colombiano lo ha profundizado.
Your source of cannabis news. Cannabis News Network.